Hey everybody, good morning. Um, so today is our Clarity Chat coaching call. So I'm gonna hang out for a minute. Maybe while I'm waiting, um, I kind of want to show you. I just updated the lounge. There's um a lot of fun new stuff in there. I took some stuff out that didn't make sense. Um, it's in draft mode, so it's still there. If you saw something and you didn't have a chance to grab it, let me know and I can send it to you, um, if it's in premium. Um, so yeah, I updated hopefully, maybe you saw, I added a brand new 7-day challenge and a 21-day challenge so that when you join, that's like the first thing you go do. And it invites you to answer these questions and post in the group. And I'm hoping that that's going to generate a lot more interaction here, so that we can all talk and learn to trust each other and share things and become this clarity community where we really are celebrating each other and have each other's back. So, the 7-day challenge is in there. Highly recommend you go and do it. I went through it um, last week. I was going to do it like in real time. That was my initial thought. And then I was just like, "No, I just need to get this done so that I can have my answers and post it in there and get it done." So that's what I did. So I did it, and I kinda wanna, um, today I wanna talk about that 7-day challenge, maybe some questions that have come up, and also show you kind of an alternative way to go through it and to do it. So that'll be fun. Those are kind of the things that we're talking about today. I made a little agenda just in case there weren't any questions. Oh god, now I lost it. Um, so let's see. Um, so yeah, this week we launched the 7-day Calm Clarity Challenge. That is free for all community members. And so I want to walk you through that. I also want you to know there's a 28-day challenge a 21-day challenge, total of 28 if you do both. Um, that continues where the 7-day challenge left off and takes you 4 weeks out so you really can build these habits around this framework that lives in the Clarity Lounge. The 21 day is for premium members because I want you to try out the premium and see everything extra that's in there. So, okay. Um, so let's talk through it, what it is, how it works, and answer some questions that I know are probably like floating around in your head. I know I had a few. Um, yeah. So first, like I said, I did mine already. I had AI help me. I really have a hard time, like, I can throw in a pile of words and, have all of my ideas, and I like to throw those into AI and, like, ask it to make sentences for me. I mean, I can make sentences, but AI does a better job of making them make sense, making sure everything flows, it's kind of listed in the right order, things like that. Um, and make sure I answer the question fully. Because if I put a bunch of information in there and it says, "Hey, the question also had this, answer that," and then I can type that in or speak that in, um, so that it has that context and it can actually prepare a full answer for me. So, kind of a cheat code, I guess, but I don't know. I writing is not. I mean, I know grammar and I'm a good speller and I know where commas go and all of that. Um, but I feel like pulling sentences together in a way that makes sense is hard for me. So, ChatGPT helps me with that. Okay. So, I'm gonna share my screen because I wanna show you this chat, that I had, and it'll kind of walk you through, um, the 7-day challenge. So I had a brand new chat. Well, let me share my screen. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Can't remember how to do it in here. There we go. My answers for the clarity challenge. That's what I want to share. Okay. Okay. So I let it know, "Hey, I'm doing the 7-day challenge." And this can be like I just typed it in. A lot of times I will just hit the little record button and just talk and say, I could say this out loud. "Hey, I'm doing the 7-day challenge myself, live in the Clarity Lounge. I love your help drafting answers to my questions. First question is drop one thing from your brain dump that surprised you when you saw it written down." My brain dump has, and I listed like threw everything out. I need to do Clarity Lounge posts, social posts, send an email, create and publish, make an appointment for my car, make a doctor appointment, update my staging report, do a new member welcome update, templates for stagers, schedule CE course, like all of these things, take these courses. So I spewed all that at it. Um, and told it all these things. And I also said, because the question was drop one thing that surprised you. So I said, I'm not sure what surprises me. Most of it's weekly stuff. Can you help me? Because I was just like looking at it like there's nothing surprising there. That's all stuff that I do most of the time, right? There's always a course that I need to finish. I always need to send my emails, like all of that. So I threw it in there. I had it help me. And but I did mine in Claude. I've been working in Claude a lot more. So Claude said, okay, so looking at your list, here's the thing that jumps out as the most surprising for this purpose. Implement the info from this course and finish this other course. Those are not weekly recurring tasks. They're courses that I've already invested in and haven't finished acting on. And that's the kind of thing that tends to sit quietly in the background, taking up mental space without ever really moving, right? That's the answer. This thing, oh, I should do this. I should do this. I should do this, right? It's a distraction. So that's a surprise, right? So it gave me some options for how I would post that. And I used it. I was like, "Oh, the one that got me, implement this. I've had it. I've watched it. I've been sitting there and I haven't implemented it. So I need to do it. I'm not behind. I'm behind on using what I already have, which is, I mean, gosh, I preach that for my staging clients. I preach that for coaching client. Like, use what you have. You probably have the tools. Let's implement the right ones in the right order, right? So I need to follow that advice myself because I have all the things. I just need to do the right things, use what I already have. And so day 2, I came back. Day 2 was sorting into the 3 buckets. So really, we're doing one small thing a day. And I'm not going to go through all 7 days and all of my answers because you can see that as you go through the challenge. But so day 2, we're sorting. We're taking that brain dump and we're putting them into a must do bucket, a should do bucket, distractions bucket. And the prompt for me to make a comment in the community was, what's one thing that you moved to just noise and how does it feel to officially let it go, even if it's just for now? And yeah, so I decided that that thing that surprised me was probably the thing that should go, right? So that needs to go into that distractions bucket. It's not a surprise, but I'm moving it to just noise, right? And then I'm taking some of the other things. Must-do list is the aligned needle moving things that actually grow my business, right? Should do, helpful but not urgent. Um, Distractions, that's the stuff we're going to get rid of. So in my must-do list, I need to have posts for the Clarity Lounge. I need to have my social posts. I need to send an email. I need to update my new member welcome emails. And I need to get the Calm Clarity method inside the lounge because I have this challenge that talks about the Calm Clarity method, and I had never published the Calm Clarity method. Like it was there, it's created, and I just never had made it. So I kind of made a Cliff Notes version. I'm still working on the big long course version that we can kind of go deeper into that stuff. But I did an overview. So that needed to be published. And then the other things, schedule a CE course, make some templates, update, like all of that needs to get done, but it doesn't need to get done right now. And it doesn't need to stress me out this week. Okay. And then distractions, we're finish those trainings, create this new offer, right? Just stuff that doesn't have to happen right now. I need to find the one thing that I want to happen. So now I've narrowed down my must do list into what is that, like 4 things. And now I can look at those 4 things pretty easily and decide which one's the most important for me and for my business. So that's how I use Claude, any AI really, to help me with these questions. And for me, again, it's just to like get it organize my thoughts. Really, um, the answers are mine. I gave it the information, but it helps me pull it all together. So I like AI for that. So I think that's pretty cool. Um, let's see. I want to stop sharing my screen. Okay. The other thing I wanted to share, I guess from that, so what the challenge is and how it works, um, kind of did already, I think. But I just want to make sure following my little agenda here. It's 7-day challenge, 7 days, 10 to 15 minutes a day, maybe only 5. Like it's quick. They're short, simple, individual tasks each day. You're going to brain dump, you're going to sort, you're going to check your energy, you're going to filter, you're going to create one simple micro move that you can do to move yourself forward. And then you're going to check in and you're going to write a clarity statement. That's your week. One thing each day. It's going to live inside the classroom in the Clarity Lounge. This is again in the free tier. Everybody can do it. I would love to see you all go back and do that. Um, and you can drop in anytime and you can come back anytime and do it over and over and over, right? Clarity is not a one-time thing. It's a cycle. Like we'll go through this challenge, you'll get your one thing. Well, that's great for this week or this month or whatever your timeline is. But as soon as you complete that one thing, you may have all these ideas again. And now you need to figure out, okay, now what's the one thing, right? So you're going to come back to this over and over and over because clarity is circular, right? You take some action, you get that clarity, you move, and then you get the momentum and you keep going and you take some more action and you get some more clarity. And it just is this beautiful circle that you've heard me talk about probably over and over and over. Okay. Um, yeah. So you're going to end up after the 7 days, you're going to have a clarity statement. You're going to know exactly what to focus on um, for, like I said, the week, the month, however long your thing takes you to do. Um, Day one is already there. It's posted, it's waiting. You can start today, you can start tomorrow, you can start after watching this. There's no wrong time. Whenever you're ready, I would say the sooner the better. Um, it's in there, it's ready for you. I actually need to work on the 21-day challenge now and kind of be ahead of you guys a little bit and get that ready. But yeah. So what else? Um some questions that I think might come up because a lot of you are here in the Clarity Lounge because you're overwhelmed, right? And you're probably wondering, like, how does tacking on this 7-day challenge help me? I'm overwhelmed, right? Why would I give myself this extra work? Because it's quick. 5, 10, 15 minutes. None of the days will take you longer than that. And if you can carve out that time, you're going to end up knowing exactly where your focus should be. And then that overwhelm starts to lift as you start working on those things that matter. So you're overwhelmed. You get through the challenge. Yes, it's an extra thing for 7 days, but it's only a few minutes a day. And it's going to relieve some of that overwhelm when you're done. Okay. So I hope you can all do that. Um, I thought, sorry, oh, here we go. Okay. Um, Another question that I know is gonna come up, what if I fall behind? Because I do this sometimes when I'm doing a challenge, like, I'll do days 1, 2, 3, and then I skip day 4, and then I'm like, "Oh, well, should I just start over? Should I continue? Maybe I'll just stop. It's easier just to stop, right?" No, don't do that. This challenge is drop in. You can start any day, anytime. Day 1 is always there waiting, and if life happens and you miss a day or 3 or whatever, you just pick right back up where you left off. You're not falling behind here. We're not doing that. The only way to not get value from this is to not start at all. Okay. Um, I've tried things like this before and I never finished. What's different about this? Right? These are all I came up with these questions um because I've done a challenge similar to this in a group similar to this. Um and like I said, I did like days 3 and then I just never finished. It was like it was too hard, it was too much. This one's not too hard. Um, and especially if you use AI to help you, organize your answers, it makes it so much easier. Um, so for me, this one's a no-brainer to finish because I know at the end, I'm gonna know what I'm supposed to work on, and that feels so good for me. So, what's different? Why are you gonna finish this? It's only 10 to 15 minutes a day, right? That's a big part of it. Most challenges fail, or maybe I failed the challenge, whatever, but because they're asking me too much, right? They're asking me to do too many things every single day or over the course of the challenge or whatever it is. And it just feels heavy and it feels like a lot. This one is designed to fit into your real life. It's not going to fit. It's not, oh gosh, fit into your real life, not the ideal version of your life where you have 2 free hours every morning. No, maybe you have 5 minutes after you get off of a call. Okay, do it in 5 minutes. I think you can, right? It's gonna fit into your real life. The bigger difference is the community piece. When you post your brain dump in the comments and someone else sees it and says, "Oh gosh, me too," that's what keeps you coming back. You're not doing this alone in a Google Doc somewhere. You're doing it with people who are in the same place you are. Now, I recommend you do use the Google Sheet tracker so that you can see where you are and you can track your answers and see them all in one place. It's fantastic. I guess I should show you guys that too. Um, but that's the big reason to finish the community. We're here cheering you on. Oh my gosh, yes, I have that too. Oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming, right? We're all helping each other. We're all this is that open to support piece and that community piece. And we may have a solopreneur business, but you don't have to do it alone. If you can have people who understand, even if it's not the same, we're not in the same industry, it doesn't matter. We're we're doing this alone with each other, supporting each other as questions come up. And I mean, and they can be little questions. I mean, it can be something that you think is just a little stupid question. Guess what? There's no little stupid questions. We're all new at this. Maybe not new. We're all doing this. We all started somewhere. We all have those questions. So if you're thinking a question, how do I send my freebie in the email that says, here's your freebie? Like, how do I attach it? It won't let me attach it. Not a stupid question, right? All these little businessy things that we need community for. Um, so yeah, okay. You're doing it with people who are in the same place you are. And that I think um really makes it feel good. Okay. Um, I kind of already talked about this. What if I don't have 10 to 15 minutes? Do it in 5 minutes then. Seriously, a partial brain dump is still a brain dump. A rough answer to the filter question is still an answer. Done and imperfect beats waiting for the perfect uninterrupted window every single time. This goes for everything in your business, by the way. Done and imperfect beats perfect every day. Okay. I'd rather you do 3 minutes of day one today than wait for the right time that never quite shows up. Okay. Um, let's talk about your clarity statement. What is it and what does it matter? Why does it matter? A clarity statement, it's just one sentence that tells you in plain language, right? Easy to read, understandable, what your one focus is right now and why you chose it. It sounds simple and it is, but it's important because when the swirl comes back, and it will, remember it's a big cycle, it's always going to come back, right? It's just how running a business is. You have something to come back to instead of starting from scratch every time you feel overwhelmed. You read that one sentence and you remember, oh, right, I already decided. The decision is made. That in and of itself takes a load off, right? That's your anchor. That's like one piece of furniture that you build the whole room around, right? Everything else gets arranged around that one thing. That's your focus statement. Okay. Now, what if you do the brain dump and you have 47 things on your list? That's more overwhelming, not less, right? Oh my gosh. You guys, I have to tell you. So I did this was before this challenge, kind of how this challenge came up, I guess. I did a brain I had done I kind of talked about this the other anyway. I had a weekend where it had a whole bunch of like really good chats, either with Claude or ChatGPT, whatever, like things that went really deep and were really good ideas. And I was like, ooh, I need to follow up. I need to implement that. And I probably had 10 or 20 of them. Like, seriously, I had a lot. And I went through when I had time after some Monday morning initial work, I had a couple hours. So I went through those chats and I made notes so that I knew, like I wrote them down. Like I made notes of, okay, here's what I talked about, here's where it's located, what chat I can find it in. And then I took that and I opened a new chat in Claude and I said, okay, I went through and I did this and I like talked about all of it and I read all the things out and I said, okay, this is this idea number one and it lives in this chat GPT chat titled whatever. And it's super like I told it like what the priority was. Like, this is super important to me. I think this is maybe the next thing I should do. But then there's also this thing, and it's in this chat and it lives here. This one's in Claude and it's titled this, and it's really important because blah, 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 blah. And I really want to explore what that would look like if we were to put this wherever. And like just verbally spoke all of this stuff into Claude. And I said, okay, now please organize this stuff for me. And I asked it to create a spreadsheet with the title of the chat, where the chat was located, um, the gist of the information that was inside, and gave it a priority level. And so now I have this amazing spreadsheet. It did. It made a spreadsheet for me. Oh my gosh, I have to show you guys if I can find it. It's like 10 times as long as I envisioned that it might be. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Okay, here it is. Let me share my screen again so you guys can see this nonsense. Um, I just saw it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So Claude created this for me. Master offer and product ideas. Yeah, and oh, it even categorized them. So it gave me the category. Okay, it's clarity coaching. Some of them are AI tools, home staging for the Clarity Lounge content, right? So it categorized them for me. It told me the name of the offer of the product. It gave me a description. It listed the priority. Look at they're all high. Like that's not super helpful because that's what I told it. The location and um my next action. So, but look at this. Okay, so we start on line 3. Okay. Oh, there we go. 54. I thought it was like 10 or 12 for real. Like, ugh, it's just silly. But having it all here, now every time I have an idea, I can just stick it in here and give it a priority. And I really need to go in and spend some time with a spreadsheet and prioritize them and actually look at what's important, all the things. Um, but yeah, you can do all of this using AI and have AI help you organize your thoughts. And I find it very helpful. I'll probably do I feel like I should do some sort of little Claude training. Like, I'm not a Claude expert by any means, but I've done some really good trainings that I could kinda share with you guys and show you how I'm using it, and show you how to do things, maybe more easily in your business. Um, yeah, I don't think that's for right now, but maybe towards the end if we have time. Okay. Um, what were we doing? We're answering questions. Yeah. Nope. Mm, maybe it's here. Yeah. So now, if you're like me, you have 54 things on your list, right? Like, oh my God, that's a lot. But that is actually the point of this, because what was happening before the brain dump is all 47, 54 of those things were living in my head, right? They're all competing for attention. Oh, I got to do this and I got to work on this and I got to work on this and I got to work on this, right? Making everything feel super urgent. And now they're on paper. I can see them, not paper, in a spreadsheet, whatever. I can actually see them. And the beautiful thing about seeing them is that when you actually look at the list, most of it's not as urgent as it felt inside your head. And I think that's mostly because in our head, it feels urgent because we're like, we can't forget, we can't forget, we can't forget because we haven't written it anywhere. So get it out of your head. A lot of it lands in that just noise, uh, distraction bucket pretty quickly. So, the brain dump, it doesn't create overwhelm. It kind of releases it. It makes that overwhelm visible so that you can finally deal with it. And I mean, I love a good brain dump. One of my friends, um, shared a video with me about, starting every single day with a 5-minute brain dump, just speaking into chat or Claude or whatever, and having it spit back out to you what the priorities are and what you need to work on. And the great thing about that is it remembers from day to day, okay, yesterday you said this was important and it didn't quite get finished. So let's not forget about it. Let's finish that up and then work, whatever. It remembers those things. So I want to implement this, and then every Monday I forget, and then it's Tuesday, I remember, and I'm like, "Oh, I shouldn't do it now. That doesn't make sense because I missed Monday," right? Which I know is just my brain doing brain things talking. But I love the idea of it. Maybe Monday, let's start May 1st or May, whatever the Monday is. Um, Starting the week with chat and giving it all of that brain dump, because I brain dump every week. Anyway, I use a planner that I created, because I couldn't find one, that I liked, and it has a brain dump, and then it has a spot to pull out the most important things. So it works for my brain and with this program because it was all kind of built together. Um, but yeah, so I have that brain dump, but if I were able to take that brain dump and throw it into AI and be able to get maybe a daily plan, or I don't know, whatever I can ask it for, so that I can structure my day around that, and like maybe do one little thing that doesn't take very much time to kind of get me going and build the momentum, and then spend a couple hours working on the big thing, whatever that looks like for me and my brain, right? We all have our own um, time slots that work better. Maybe you're a morning person and you can knock out really hard work first thing in the morning. Not me. I'm a slow goer. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm sipping. I can do a couple little things, but I work better later on, right? I can focus and really get shit done later on in the day. So whatever works for you, right? We all have our own thing. So brain dump, highly recommend. I've been doing brain dump for a few years now and love it. And I'm excited. I think on Monday I'm starting my brain dump with AI, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe that's something we play with and talk about in here too. I do have a brain dump. Um, lots of new things starting next month. Um, we'll have a brain dump post every week where you can comment and brain dump your stuff, just to get it out so that you can come back Friday and take a look at it and see what happened, see what got done. Um, so it's a little bit of that accountability piece, which is super helpful for me. I have a hard time keeping myself accountable. Um, I have a really hard time with that. But if I say something to someone else, now all of a sudden in my head, they're holding me accountable. Whether they know it or not, doesn't really matter. But the fact that now I think they're holding me accountable, and I feel like we need that in here. I need it in here. Um, if you need it in here, then you can use that also. So we'll have a continuous a weekly brain dump post. Anyway, squirrel got sidetracked a little bit. Yeah, go figure. Um, the other question that I think might come up is, why do I only get to pick one thing? My business needs more than one thing. And yes, your your business does need more than one thing eventually. Um, but your focus can only be on one thing at a time if you actually want to move forward, right? If you imagine a garden hose, if you put full pressure pointed at one spot, things are going to grow. If you spread it out across 17 spots, nothing's going to get enough water and nothing's going to happen. So you're not ignoring the other things. You're just giving one of them enough attention so that it can actually move. And I've also found when you pick one thing and you move on it, the momentum that you build makes the other things so much easier, right? Now we're going, now we're rolling. Ooh, I got that done. All right, let's work on this now. La, 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 right? Oh my gosh. It's not about abandoning your other priorities. It's about finally giving one of them a real chance. You accomplish it, you get momentum, you get more clarity, you do the next thing. It feels really good because you've got this momentum going now. So, one at a time. We can't multitask, sit, focus, one thing. Okay. Um using AI, I already talked about that. Yeah, just to recap real quick, I opened a chat, I started talking. Stream of consciousness, right? Everything that was swirling, the ideas, the tasks, the decisions I've been avoiding, even the stuff that I wasn't sure belonged on a business list, I dumped it all there, right? Then I ask it to help organize into the buckets. What's urgent? What can wait? What's just noise? And then I asked it one question based on everything I just shared. What seems like one thing that would move the needle most right now? That's what we're going for. We want to find the one thing. Now, I wanted to be super clear about this. I mentioned it earlier, but I don't just take the answer that ChatGPT gave me or Claude and run with it. The AI does not know your business like you do, but it gave me a starting point. It reflected things back to me in a way that helped me see the whole list more clearly. It's like having a thinking partner who doesn't have any emotional attachment to your decisions. And sometimes that outside perspective is exactly what you need to cut through the noise. So, yes, try it. Use it as a thinking tool, not as a decision maker. And then bring what you find into the challenge and let the community help you refine it. That's what we're here for. Um, let me see my agenda. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I think we've gone through everything that I wanted to talk about. Um, where I am this week, I went through this challenge. I've got my one thing. Um, and it's done, it's posted, it's ready, and it's now in the Clarity Lounge for you guys to go check out the Calm Clarity Method. This is the Cliff Notes version, it's in there. I am working on a big full course where we can dive deeper into the Calm Clarity Method because it's really the backbone, the how of all of this, the hows and the whys, um, to this whole method. And if you're curious how this method came to be and came about, that's in the Power of Clarity and also in the Honey Framework Foundations course. Um, Power of Clarity is the short, condensed version that's in the free community for everybody. It's just a little bit of my backstory and how I got here, kind of. Yeah, and how um, life turned into this framework and this work that I do. Um, yeah. So I want you to know, like I said, I did the 7-day challenge. I'm working through the 21-day challenge um next. Probably be working on that today. Right alongside you guys. I want you to know I'm not like teaching it from the outside. I'm doing this. I'm in the trenches. I struggle still with clarity all the time, but now I have the tools. So I just want to um openly work through the tools and share the tools with you so that it can help you like it's helped me. So, here's what I want you to do. After this, go to the classroom, find day 1, set a timer for 10 minutes, and just start. Just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't wait until you have the perfect uninterrupted morning. Just start. And then come into the community, drop something from your brain dump in the comments. What surprised you? I think was that first question, right? Just one thing. That's it. We're doing this together. I'm going first on all the questions. My comment will always be first. I'm doing this openly, transparently, so you can see the struggles that I'm dealing with. Um, if you're watching this replay, um, the challenge is free. The community is free. Day 1 is waiting for you. Um, the free part has a few things. The paid community has a lot more and also more access to me. It's kind of more group coaching, more calls like this, all of those kinds of things. So I think that's it. I don't really have anything else to say about this 7-day challenge. Um, it's cool. I like it. I like using it. Like I said, I went through it and boom, clarity. Um, yeah. So enjoy the challenge. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Oh, also, I'll be implementing, starting in May, we're gonna have 4 live calls. We're gonna have 2 co-working sessions and 2, a clarity chat with coaching and a training call. So lots of stuff every month, and I would love to see you there. Bring your questions, whatever you're struggling with in your business, especially to these clarity chats, coaching calls. That's what it's for. Bring your questions. What can we talk through? What can I help you with? I'm here for you. I can't wait to see you in the lounge. Have a great day, everybody.